Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well this day. My daughters came over last night and we watched a new movie. We watched Zombieland 2 Double Tap. There's not going to be any spoilers, so you don't have to shut off. Just stay with me. But I want to talk a little bit about Woody Harrelson and Jesse Eisenberg, the way those two characters work out in the movie. Woody Harrelson's the tough guy that can kill any zombie. He's the zombie massacrist. Jesse Eisenberg has all these rules, and that's what I really want to talk to you about. Have you decided what your rules are for after rule of law? It's great to sit here and have a little bit of a thought of what we're going to do, but if you really considered, what are your rules? What are the rules for somebody that comes up to your camp, somebody that looks horrible, somebody that looks great, somebody that's heavily armed, somebody that's, walking with a limp, whatever the case may be. Have you looked at how you're going to dole out your food? How you're going to take care of your waste products? Do you have rules for all this? Because in a society without rules, after everything goes wrong for all the right reasons and all the wrong reasons, it's rules that are going to bring us back together. And only with rules can large groups work together, because that gives them a goal to shoot for, someplace that we're at point A, we're going to point B. And how do you get there? Well, there's certain rules that apply for getting from point A to point B. So I do have my rules, and let's discuss them for a second. On somebody that's coming to a camp that I'm at, my bug-in location, the first thing is going to be, how do they approach? Okay. Do I catch them in the storehouse that they broke into and they're trying to steal food? Is that how I first meet them? Did they walk up and make their presence known and say that they needed help and they're here to help? So how they approach is all important. Not necessarily how they look, because even the worst person could look great after all this stuff happens, and the best person could look horrible. The second thing I look at is their skills. Is this person a doctor? And you don't have a doctor in your group. That would be a beautiful person to have. So you have this doctor, and he is obviously got skills. He's a doctor, right? But does he have the ability to actually help a patient now? For whatever reason, sickness, whatever ailment it might be, you may not want that doctor in your group anyway. Some of your other members may already know this person and know that he's not, or was not, a good doctor at the time. That could be worse than having a doctor in your group if he doesn't have the ability to be a doctor. And the fourth thing is, would the group themselves accept this person as one of their own, as somebody that is in the group, not somebody that's kind of hanging out on the side of the group? Because you don't need somebody that is not part of your group, because they're not an asset to you. They're always out at arm's reach. Well, if they're at arm's reach when you need them the most, that's sometimes too far out. So that's just one example of the rules that you need to kind of have an idea what you're going to do before it happens. It would not be a fun thing to be sitting there debating, well, what should we do in this situation? What's going on? At that point, the decisions need to be made. And having a framework for making those decisions, and a framework for how you're going to react, I think it would be a great way of having some normalcy to the life that is completely abnormal at that point. And that's part of the problem is it's going to be completely chaotic. And the more you know what you're going to do before it occurs, the better off you're going to be able to handle it. So, of course, Zombieland 2 is a fantasy, just like Zombieland 1 was a fantasy. But they're extremely funny from my point of view. I like that kind of humor. And there's some great acting done in it. Catch the movie. It'll be a good watch. Thanks, guys.